I just immediately was hooked to the improv team without even seeing a show.
I just thought to myself, wow, these people seem like really awesome. I want to make people laugh like this.
Just being able to do that on a high school level is something that's really cool.
I decided to audition because a lot of my friends were on the team, and I've always loved doing improv. I actually did a lot of improv intensives at First Stage, so I've had a lot of experience. Not like a lot of experience, but I've had experience, and I feel like I felt like it would be a good opportunity.
I'm better at coming up with stuff on the spot, because usually with remembering lines, I'm not the best. And I'd much rather have fun making up some sort of thing, even if it doesn't make any sense, it's just entertaining.
I had friends on the improv team. I was actually supposed to audition my freshman year, but then it got cut out because of COVID. But Kamani, Joey, you, Manny, they all told me to join the improv team, so I thought, why not?
I went to see the improv team once. I think I saw the Christmas show my freshman or sophomore year, and I fell in love with it. I thought it was so much fun, and I knew that it's something that I really wanted to do. And I'm a big fan of like Saturday Night Live and Second City and all those kind of very funny people.
I went to one of the shows. I had a couple friends on the improv team, and I was told to go to one of the shows because it was going to be absolutely hilarious. And so I did, and I laughed my socks off like the entire time.
So this goes way back to my freshman year, and Ben Wells, who was a senior my freshman year, was a huge inspiration to me all these years later, because I enjoyed my improv class so much that I wanted to just be, that's what I wanted to do.
Some new technology off the black market. I see. I'll see you then.
Whoa! At the docks at 9 o'clock at night?
I think a lot of people see the improv team as like, oh wow, what a bunch of dorks.
It's almost like an in-between class. Like, it's not a club, it's not a class, but it's like somewhere in between there. And I think that's why people don't value it as much as a club.
I think arts in general sometimes can be underappreciated at all high schools. But I think that comedy is just something that's looked at as like, oh, they're just having fun, like it's not a serious thing. They're just, it's a club, and it's kids telling jokes that aren't that great sometimes. But it's a learning experience, and I think that's what people fail to understand about it.
Maybe it's just because stage stuff, not everyone's a stage person. And a lot of other clubs are a lot quieter. I mean, stuff like, forensics is pretty big, but I guess people presenting in a way isn't as popular as, say, like talking in a small intermediate group.
I think we're underrated for sure.
Obviously, we're not a sports team, so I think that has something to do with it. We're just, just a little group inside this entire theater community that really isn't that big. And all other clubs are just, they require like not a lot of effort to join. With improv, you commit like your time, you do shows, you actually perform for people, and we create this huge bond that way because it's only 12 of us. And I think that's why as a team we're a little less valued.
I don't know, I feel like it's not taken as seriously as maybe acting, but it's fun. I think everyone should be able to laugh at themselves.
I think the fact that we know each other so well, it's becoming a family.
What makes our team different is that it's more of a tight-knit group. Like, we're all friends. We're all friends outside of the team, but we get this time to be really good friends who are making something good and making something funny.
It's a family. Like, I can say that with full confidence that we're a family, and we actually care about each other, and we love each other, and we want to help each other succeed. So when someone might not know a joke, then someone else will jump in and say something funny to set them up. So I think it's just, there's a very tight-knit bond, which I love.
We're a group of people that like to spend time with each other, even outside of practice, and we just want to make people laugh, and we want to make other people happy. So.
It feels less of like a club or a group, and more so just a bunch of friends who just like gather together in this little clump just to mess around for 50 minutes straight.
We're all really funny, and it's a family for sure, just like Katie said.
We want each other to succeed, and we want everyone to do as well, as that's what improv is we try to make our partners look good. Whether we're performing with them or we're playing against them, we always try to make the other person look the best.
I guess any time where someone always says something funny, everyone always breaks out into laughter, and then half the time it gets remembered and then it gets brought up later.
I think one of my favorite memories was bowling. That was so fun. I lost terribly. I'm a horrible loser. Not that I'm a sore loser, I get so mad because I can't do anything about it.
The night we went bowling, that was really fun. We did a team bowling outing, and it was just so much fun because it was all of us, I think almost all of us in one spot, and just like really getting to like bond with each other.
I think bowling is one of my favorite memories with this team, and then going to play Cards Against Humanity, because a lot of those people I don't really talk to normally, or I didn't before this, so it was just, I got to know everybody, and we kind of shared that moment of like, we are a family, and this is what families do, we bond together. And I got to know everybody's sense of humor really well, which is really fun.
We had a little mini get-together where we played Cards Against Humanity, and that was so fun. I had such a good time. I had such a good time, because like, it's all my friends. It's all my friends, it's all my buddies. It's like my chosen family, Yeah, it's mine.
Me being a part of the team for about 3 years now, and I don't count last year because we didn't do a lot of shows, but yeah, it's the shows. The shows are the memories that I have. Every single show. I remember my first show, the Christmas show. That was probably my personal best improv performance. The Peace and Love improv show is the best team improv show I think I was ever a part of. Maybe the Christmas show was a little better in the fact that we made the audience laugh more, but the Peace and Love improv show was more special. Because it was all of us, we didn't know, because that's when COVID was really like, the Rona was a little fly in your ear. We didn't know if we were gonna have another show, so we just went all out, and it spawned some of the greatest improv moments I have ever seen in front of me. And I can't wait for what this team has in store for us, because there's a lot more memories to come, I can just tell.
Swoosh, swoosh.
Zap.
Zap, zap. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Whoa.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Jackie Chan!
Hi-ya! Whoosh, whoosh.
Whoa.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Jackie Jackson.